I are clever.
Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of Settlers Saturday, episode 32, I think. We're going alright guys, look at all this mana production here, look at that. Oh man, that's awesome, that's awesome. We've probably, I don't know, we've probably got 500 mana there. Which was one of the goals, so we should probably think about attacking, where was it, this temple up here. That's the other goal. We've got to crush this temple, which obviously means we've got to take out probably every single tower around here, including this barracks. We should probably think about getting a bit of an army going. Maybe we can attack this guy first. Maybe it's not worth it, I'm not sure. Is it worth it to attack this guy? He's got some nice resources here. He's got a nice amount of land. Who knows? Who knows? I'm not sure. What we should do though is start thinking about building up a bit of an army. How are we doing here? We've just built these 2 coal mines. The bakeries, you know, they're doing this thing very slowly. It looks like they need the grain, of course, the wheat, the flour even, if I can get my words out. So we've got these 2 grain farms here that are fairly well established actually, they seem to be going well. We've got a few things down here as well, look at all this production. That's cool, we've already got 1 grain farm, another one, I'll whack that on a high priority, seeing as it's got all the materials it needs. We've got another grain farm here that's got all the materials it needs again. Okay. Easy enough. We can defend ourselves quite well. We should be thinking about gold though. That's probably a big deal. Look at the fighting strength of these ladies. 42%. They're going to get wrecked. Get wrecked. They're going to get destroyed. If in any kind of combat really. We've already taken this tower, but how many ladies did we lose trying to take this? Who knows? So let's think about gold. And of course there's 2 ways of getting gold as the Amazons. You can do it the normal way of actually building a gold mine, or we can make use of the alchemist's hut, wherever it is. The alchemist den, with sulfur and gems, which might be a good option actually. Because I think the sulfur mine needs honey, and you know, we've got a load of honey. We've got so much honey there. Oops, I just moved the working area a little bit there. Okay, so what's that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We've got 6 beekeepers' huts there, so we should have quite a bit of honey, or at least a little bit left over. Okay. And we are fully promoted as well, so we can't promote any further, which is pretty cool. So how are we going to do this? How are we going to do this? Probably want another coal mine somewhere. I think this is pretty much tapped out in terms of iron, unless I can squeeze one in. Yeah, that'll do. We'll see how that goes. So we need another coal mine as soon as possible really. I'm not sure, should I put one here? Is that a good spot for one? Maybe. It looks like a good spot up here for a coal mine as well. But we won't think about the coal for now. Let's think about sulfur and gems. Let's get this lady just to explore this little bit there for us. And you explore these gems just a little bit. Oh god, okay, sulfur, that's good to see. What's the best spot for it? Yeah, that'll do. Probably squeeze another one in. Oh, that took up a little bit of gold there. I'm not too happy with that placement. Let's try that again. Something like that, we'll go with that. Okay, and then we'll go with gems as well. 1 there, and yeah, okay, awesome. So we've got them we should also think about a alchemist den, but there's not really much point in building the alchemist den yet when we don't have the sulfur mines built. Let's also squeeze a little coal mine in. I don't know, down here. Maybe 2. Okay, so we have left a bit of space if we want to build a gold mine. Yeah, not as much as I'd like, but never mind. Okay, so we've got those farms going. What other buildings do we have going here? We've got this grain farm, a pig farm, and a slaughterhouse, which all have the materials they need there, so that's pretty cool to see. We've got 2 sawmills, of course, working away like crazy. Do we only have 4 woodcutters huts? Yeah, but we should be alright. We should be okay with that. Look at the amount of priests we've got as well. Crazy priests there. Let's do a heavenly gifts again. We were spamming that a bit last episode. Yeah, a few weapons there. Can't go wrong. More stone than we could ever need, ever. I'll change the working area of this stonecutter's hut actually, because it looks like they've completely tapped out everything there by the looks of it. So there's a little bit down left here, and then we can probably crush this. I don't think stone is our major concern at the minute. Look, we've got loads. We've got loads of stone. And we've still got our pioneers very slowly eating away at all this land. We might join up with this land down here that we had. That'd be pretty cool. Right, so yeah, I was just looking at those other projects there because I was wondering how long these would take to build, but it looks like they're already on it. They're already on the case. So let's go to the toolsmith here, and I don't know. We're building quite a few. Let's get like 5 pickaxes. Maybe that'll do. There probably is space for a coal mine down here, but I'm not exactly sure. I'm not exactly sure where to put it. Yeah, that'll do. That'll do. And look at that, there is a little bit of iron up there. That's cool to see. Let's get this lady here. One lady up here and another one here, just to explore this a little bit more, because we could possibly squeeze in an iron ore mine there. I might do that anyway. Yeah, that was spot on there. Okay, so we've got 4 iron ore mines. We will do eventually. Maybe there's a room for a 5th one down here. Let's explore down here. There might be room for a 5th one. I'm not quite sure. And do we have to worry about a large residence? It's hard to see the amount of people there are behind those trees. Is there a way here? Oh, we've got loads. We've got quite a few there. 118. Nothing to worry about yet. There's something to bear in mind. We're not going to see that amount of people standing around. We're not going to see that declining because they're all hidden in the trees. Okay, we'll send this lady back. Looks like she's claimed all this land, which is pretty cool. We'll get her to stand there. And she can keep a little bit of a watch over. We could even build a lookout tower up here. We'd probably wait until we've captured all of this land, but we could build one up there just to see what's going on. We might not need it, just a little suggestion, I guess. Got the pig farm going, and surprisingly enough, it's got all the water it needs, even though all these waterworks are like really quite far away, to be honest. Here's one of these ladies now walking all the way down with it, but we should have a bit of an excess. Oh, we've got this waterworks here that I've put stop building on, so we'll take that off and we'll get that built. Because look at these waterworks, they're going flat out. There's not really much of a stockpile in any of them, really. This one's got a bit of a stockpile, but it's only 4. It looks like we're running out. Look at these small temples. They're low on mead. Last time I checked, these are all fully maxed out. But these mead makers huts have everything they need by the looks of it. I'm looking at the water and honey there. They've got everything they need, so it's not a big deal. We probably do have 500 mana by now, so I'm not too worried. Got the sulfur mines going. Did we build those pickaxes? Yes, we did. We might even need an extra one, you know. An extra couple of pickaxes. I only did 5. Yeah, we probably do need a couple more. Let's do 3 more. Okay, so also now then we're going to want a alchemist den or 2. Where's this working area? Okay, so we can squeeze in a few alchemist dens. How many do we want? I don't know, let's go with 2 and we'll take it from there. Is there any rivers around here for water? No, there's not a single river. I'm just thinking we could expand the food empire along here, but there's no rivers at all. It looks like this is the only river that we have, which isn't too big of a deal. Okay, pretty cool now. So we're probably producing quite a lot of food. Yeah, look at these coal mines here. They've got a nice amount of bread, or a little bit of bread at least. Backed up by the fishermen's huts. Maybe we could even build another fishermen's huts. What do the gem mines need? I can't remember. I never remember. I think it is only fish, actually. Yeah. Okay, it looks like it's only fish. And we're in a good situation here because we've got these little rivers and things, so we can squeeze in a couple of fishermen's huts. Yeah, something like that. We've got the alchemist dens. I think it's going alright. It's going pretty well. They've got all the honey they need. And they are. Let's have a look. Is she going to drop any? No. Oh, she did. Dropped a little bit of sulfur there, so that's pretty cool to see. Probably they're going to be the same with the gem mines. That'll be wicked. Let's get a couple of fishing rods before I forget, for the new fishing huts we've got going. No need to worry about forest favour yet. I am keeping an eye on that, don't worry. We do have, look at that, we've got a nice supply actually from all these heavenly gifts. We've got a nice supply of sulfur already. Where are we looking? 23. That's pretty cool. So no big deal there. So once these are built, we should be rolling in it. Okay. So let's what was our fighting strength? 42%. Should we think about gold? Maybe not yet. I'm not quite sure. Okay. Gems. Okay, they're getting a bit of fish. This is going well. I'm happy with how it's going. We could defend ourselves quite well, I think, now. Let's do it. Let's put a small. We're not quite there yet, actually. Let's wait until we get all of it, and then we'll build a lookout tower there. Can we attack this guy? I mean, look at that. He's quite well defended. Apart from this tower here, if we ran in there, we've got at least three towers shooting at us there. It's probably not the best thing to have. I'm looking down here, we've got a couple towers down there, but then after that actually they're fairly spread out. Like if we could take this tower here, we would crush all of this. Look at that, would have wood for days. We wouldn't have to worry about wood at all. Yeah, that would be all of our wood problems sorted if we could just capture up here. Maybe we'll have a quick go. But by the looks of it, we've just been defending ourselves. So let's, yeah, we've only been building bows, which is great for defense, but I don't know, not so good for attack, of course. Let's get some swords on the go. Okay. Oh, need a pickaxe. I thought we might do. We've built quite a few mines there. We've got any more going? No, okay. Okay. Yeah, so we've got, if you look here, we've got all the sulfur we need from both of these. It's actually been producing fairly well and fairly quickly. So let's put this alchemist den on a high priority, both of these. That'll be pretty cool. We've got a little bit of meat being produced now. That's nice to see. Very good. And that's going straight to the iron ore mines, which is brilliant. I think eventually as well we can turn off fish and start diverting a lot more fish to these gem mines. Because of course at the minute fish are going to the coal mines and the iron ore mines there. So, I mean, not quite yet. I don't think we're quite there in terms of food production. But we've got to be getting there. Can we do any... Can we squeeze in... Where am I looking at? Another bakery? Oh yeah, we can. Maybe 2 more bakeries there. And a grain mill. Oh, excuse me. Is it a good idea to put a grain mill up here? Maybe not. I'm not sure. We'll squeeze one like there. Actually, you know what? No, that's probably a bad idea. I was thinking, right, they get the wheat here, and then they'll take it to the grain mill here, and then they'll go up here to the bakery with it. But in actuality, knowing Settlers 3, they'll probably take the grain from this farm. Instead of taking it to this grain mill here, they'll take it all the way down to the one we was going to put there. So I tell you what, we'll keep these grain mills fairly close to each other. It's probably the best way. There we go, something like that. Yeah, 2 more bakeries and a grain mill there. Could we think about an extra waterworks? No, we don't need one. We don't need an extra waterworks. Look at that, we've got 8 buckets there, completely full. 5 in that one. No, we're fine. Now, I don't think we can keep up. Look at all these small temples we've got going. We can't keep up with these 3 mead makers huts. I'm not going to build any more. It's just good to know, when I've been talking before about the ratios, you know. I'd never know what they are. And what's the ratio here? 4, 6. So it's like 2 small temples for 1 mead maker's hut. I don't think it can quite keep up with that. Possibly. You could probably go for 5 small temples for 3 mead makers huts. That would probably, yeah, that would probably be best. And we must have made some gold already. Oh, look at that, we've got a couple bars. How many do we have? Oh, we've got 1 bar. By that, look at that, and we've gone up in fighting strength by 1%, which is cool to see. That's pretty cool. Brilliant. So let's go to the storage area here and get gold right to the top. Right at the top there, we'll have gold. We should also be producing a little bit of iron as well, which is going to take ages to be carried all the way down here, but I think it'll be worth it. It's saving us a lot of coal actually. And look at that, now we've got the bread going, we've got loads of coal. So something we can think about. I mean, I've used up all the space doing the bloody bakeries, but we could probably think about another weaponsmith. I guess we'll have to put them down here. 2 weaponsmiths, and let's do an iron ore one as well. I'm thinking, obviously we've got this way of getting iron here. So we might not need an iron ore mine. I mean an iron ore smelter. But look at this. These mines are completely maxed out and they're not really producing anything. So we probably should. Where we're looking. Here we go. Iron smelter. There we go. So 1 extra iron smelter, 2 extra weaponsmiths. Yeah, I'll tell you what. I'll put this iron smelter on a high priority though. We'll do it like that. Cool, we've got these fishermen's huts. This one looks like it only needs 1 more plank of wood, Do we have any wood on the way? It's hard to tell with all the trees. We'll keep an eye on this as well. But look at this. This one has all the materials it needs. So as soon as we've got these builders right next to it, we'll stick that on a high priority. We're producing gold like crazy now. All of a sudden, boom, 50% fighting strength. That's awesome. So what was it before? 42. The tiniest little bit of gold there. All of a sudden we're at 50% fighting strength. That's cool. And also we're producing a few more swordswomen there, which is cool. I tell you what, let's change the ratio even more. Let's lower the amount of bowwomen we've got if we're going on the attack. We should also think about getting some boats as well, because the idea was to sail up here. It was saying instead of walking all the way round. Look at this. This would be a crazy journey. I know they're going to get stuck everywhere, and then you're going to have to fight your way through their main base and things like that. It was saying instead of that, just get a boat and sail up. Drop them off here. We'll have to take this castle by storm, and then work your way through like that and get to this. It's going to be a bit of a nightmare, but it's probably the best thing to do. That's the only way you can do it, really. We could go around here. Actually, we could get the boats around here and land here. Maybe that's a better option. I'm not sure. So we can either land it here, so close to this castle that we'd probably want to take it, or we could be a bit sneaky and go round the other way, drop off our troops here, and then we are very close. Look at that. We're only a stone's throw away from the main thing. That's probably a better idea. Yeah. Or we could take both sides and slowly chip away at it. I mean, if we've taken this castle and we've taken, I don't know, a few bits of land up here, there's no way they can get any reinforcements. There's nothing they can do. Something to bear in mind. Look at this though, they're building weaponsmiths. They're probably going to be able to defend themselves quite well. Yeah, they've already got a barracks down there. So before I do anything like that, we'll probably want to reveal the map again and check it out. Not quite yet though, but before I start thinking about it too much, we'll want to reveal that map. Let's do another forest favour here. Yeah, I don't want to run out of trees. And we've got more mana. Look at that, we've got mana for days there, so it's not a big waste anymore. We can kind of overlap the trees and not have to worry about it too much. So we do need to start thinking about getting some boats. Where are the boats? Shipyard and... oh no, we don't need the landing dock. We do need the shipyard though. The landing dock is more for trading, isn't it? So, can we squeeze the shipyard in? I mean, yeah, but let's do it up here. It's probably the best spot for it. And we'll start producing a few boats. So we've got a nice stockpile of boats for when we do decide to attack. That should be pretty cool. Look at that. Fully maxed out on gold there. I'll tell you what we'll do. Let's build a storage area or two right here, so we don't have to worry about it, don't have to deal with it. You know, like, don't have to carry it all the way over there. We should also now put a large residence down. I think it's long overdue actually. Let's do that. High priority, definitely. What else did I have? Okay, we'll leave this as a high priority. Okay. Yeah, we definitely need a large residence. So much so, again, that I think we should probably stop. Let's have a look here. We're down to 80, but that's like a loss of 30 people. We've made 30 troops. Yeah. I'm not sure. You know, with the priests here, I think they just come out of the temple. It doesn't take up a worker, I don't think. Which is good to know. Again, a few little projects going on. I think we can handle it though. We should be okay. Oh, look at this. What buildings were here? Were these temples? I can't remember. I think these were large temples, which probably means he's completely maxed out he's completely promoted his units there, so he doesn't need his temples anymore. I think they were temples. It looks like by the size of them they were temples. Could we attack? Let's send some troops in here. Let's look at this message. Need a couple of hammers, of course. Let's send some troops in here. We're nearing the end of the episode. Let's try and take these 2 towers here, and we'll see what happens. 52% fighting strength. That's pretty cool. To say at the start of the level we had what? At the start of the episode even we had 10% less fighting strength, and would be producing even more than we've already got now. It's just that we don't have the completely maxed out. Look, that's a stack there. So let's see what happens here. They're sending in a few troops to be able to defend themselves. Maybe we should have sent a couple of priests in. We'll send a few down here. We'll just keep an eye on them. I don't want them to walk the wrong way. How are we doing? Oh yes, that's 1 tower. Oh, and a second tower there. Pretty cool. Look at that. So we've got a nice amount of trees there. Let's go and take this one as well. We don't necessarily need this land here, you know, but we might as well steal the wood there. I think we just stole a big chunk of it there. We desperately do need wood, really. Even though we've got this production going, it's... oh, well, we're completely maxed out there. But never mind. We do need it. Oh, he came to defend himself, but it was a little bit too late there. Nice one. Shall we push it a little bit more? Shall we push our luck? Yeah, let's do it. Look at this. This looks too tempting. Far too tempting to not attack. Let's attack with these as well. I mean, these are 3 towers here, and one of them's a large tower, so it's going to be a bit of a pain. Let's crush these buildings. We don't really want these. A little bit of a liability here, so we'll crush them. Okay, we'll attack from both sides as well. Here we go. Now this is all of my army down here. We'll send these priests in. It's not all of my army here, but it's a big chunk of them. And of course we've paused the production of people there. So we're not going to be able to replenish very quickly until we've built this large residence. Let's see what happens here. We've only got what, 15? Oh, we've got 7 spearwomen as well. We shouldn't be too bad. So we are losing them quite quickly. We've got 53 human shields there. We've got 1 tower already. Okay, brilliant. Send in the priests. Oh no, it's a little bit too late for the priests there. They've got no army. Cool. That's the second tower gone. Oh, I can't crush it quite yet. Let's move on. Let's take this one as well then. Send a few to defend themselves. And look at that, we're down to the archers there, so we're definitely gonna take that tower there. That's cool. Unless they come in with a crazy wave of troops anytime soon, we're gonna take that tower, which is good to see. Oh, we can't crush that. Okay. Do I have any melee troops? I've got a couple standing around. Let's take this. Okay, excellent. Let's keep going. Look at all this delicious wood we've got. Awesome. Now we don't necessarily have to do this. The goal of the episode is to take out this this temple here. However, we've just gained a nice amount of space actually, haven't we? Look at that. A nice amount of trees as well, and the spoils of war of course is just endless wood there. I think we've like doubled, nearly tripled the amount of wood we've got from attacking this. Look at that. Just a conga line of people taking logs. Always good to see the spoils of war. We don't even need these priests. We don't need these priests to be able to attack. That's cool. Well, that was the half-hour mark anyway, guys, so we're going to leave it there. We took a little bit of land here. Wasn't really necessary. It's good to see how well these ladies can fight, though. And we should get a fighting force back up and running. I'll take this barracks off pause once we've built this large residence. So, pretty cool little attack for the end of the episode there. I hope you like that. Let's get everyone back. And look at that, we've taken a nice amount of land there as well. Okay. So thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you next week for another episode of Settlers Saturday.